which I'm sorry for because that was a real bop. But let's get this done. We are on this. So, welcome to the weekly community call, which we have every week, and it gets you up to date on what growth and marketing is doing, announcements, and this is where we pitch ideas for marketing campaigns. So let's get it started. So this is our agenda. Same thing every week. So we're just keeping it moving. All right, so there are a few announcements and notes. So first thing is later this week or early next week, just pending the finishing of a couple projects, I'm going to host a state of growth. I want to lay out the current results of the workstream thus far, the vision of the workstream moving forward, and how things are changing. Toasty is going to be taking on new responsibilities, a new role as we move into this next phase of growth. This is all to set the table for the workstream renewal post that will be going live at the end of the month to renew the growth and marketing workstream for 2022. I think 6 months is what I'm going to be pitching, but maybe more. I haven't quite decided that. So just want to let you know that is going to be out there. We're going to be promoting that in the Discord. It'll be a separate meeting, and we will make sure that we get as many people as we can. There is still a tracking conversation that remains ongoing. It still has direct implications for the work stream. So what is going to be talked about in that meeting coming up is kind of what that looks like and how that is, how we are pivoting. One thing that our work stream feels really strongly about, and props to Hunt for kind of like championing this idea when I kind of like timidly posted it to the work stream for feedback, is that like there's no excuses here. We are going to be working with what we've got. What we originally pitched is not fulfillable due to the tracking conversation, and we have ideas for how we want to continue to grow the DAO in a sustainable and awesome way that aligns with our ethos, and just want to let you know that that's upcoming. And then we got to welcome some new contributors. So, sort of a preview on what that is going to talk about. The marketing growth stream is starting because it started today. 2 subcommittees. There's going to be a content creation subcommittee lead, who's Arena. She's going to be coming in and helping us, build out that part of the marketing growth workstream. Y'all, I hope, have been reading her notes and reading her newsletters, which are doing really well. She's going to be building out a place on the forum for those things, possibly working with Willie Fox and myself to get them on the website, in the blog, newsletter section. But she has shown great promise there, and she has really been pushing things forward. And so she's now going to lead up that subcommittee. Monstrosity mentioned that last week, but it's definitely becoming more official as he literally just overwhelms us with possible ideas. He is doing pure bounty only integration specialist. He is basically finding ways for us to build more utility into the Fox token with partnerships in preparation for our V2 launch. And he's been going out and killing it. GigaChad is something that he brought to us, or at least made us aware of, and Elk is pretty much his thing altogether, and we can move, in 2 days if possible, on some of those things. I know that we'll be slowing things down a little bit as it feels like we're moving at a breakneck pace, but he's really been doing good work there. And then Ethan is coming on full time as the community growth head, and he's going to be leading a subcommittee about that. Basically, he has a ton of experience at Ichi doing the very same thing. He's really intrigued by our project and our ethos. He listened to me jump on a soapbox for why I'm so unapologetically, irresponsibly 100x long Fox, and he bought in. And so he is going to be helping us build out everything that you can think of on that front. Going to be trying to take over Facebook and Instagram and get that back in line. We're going to be doing Telegram, Reddit, continuing to build out the forums to continue to see content there, as well as Discord things. So welcome them on. Tag them when you see them. Come chat with us in marketing public chat. And we're going to be we're excited to continue to move that forward and see where those subcommittees can get us. And a special shout out to Gray Machine and Lunahawk. Both of them scrambled real hard to get us a custom POAP and NFT ready for Tokamak Core 2 voting. So to give you an idea of how quickly those two turned around, we had a call in the morning where we were talking about possibly incentivizing that and what we should do for Tokamak as part of Core 2 voting. By the end of that very same day, we had a POAP, and by the end of the very next day, we had an NFT that we're giving out. And due to those things, alongside the growing bounty, alongside people like Hunt and myself and other people jumping in JP Knapp. I don't see him on the call, but he's also JP Panam. Oh yeah, there he is, J Panam, jumping into Tokamak, and talking to the mechs there in chat, as well as John and Eric, who are doing huge lifting, and the letter from Eric is really doing huge lifting there. I mean, we are. As of this morning, we were number one. We're down at number two, but we are really competitive in that Core 2 vote for the reactor, and we're super pleased with that. So big ups to both of them. Thank you so much for helping us turn that around quickly. And so upcoming promos. So we want to do an Ichi One Fox continuation. We went from not existing to being the 5th highest metric on Ichi for the amount of One Fox minted. We want to be number one. Ethan from the Ichi side of things is going to help us design a continued co-marketing plan to keep pushing that message forward. It's beneficial for the DAO. It's beneficial for you as a person. And I mean, as of when I minted my tokens earlier this morning, I mean, 73% APR on a stable coin. Are you kidding me? Really hard not to like what's going on there. And so I would highly recommend you check it out and continue working with that. Gigatad and the ShapeShiftDAO, we are on a call tomorrow. We are creatively problem solving. They, even though are not a DAO, they are just a Discord of skilled traders. They are DAOing it alongside us, and we are going to come up with a custom solution and partnership that is going to work well for both of us. Another little sneak peek of what the meeting that I'm going to be running about the future and the state of marketing is that we are trying to move away from transactional relationships. Here's some cash, let's do some stuff, high fives all around, and we go back to what we were doing. Instead, we need to understand and respect the power of the brand, of what ShapeShift brings to the table, what it means, and what our mission and what we could be accomplishing in short order. And we are looking to create mutually beneficial partnerships. I've said it to multiple people this week, not because it was needed, just because of how much I like it. We are going to, become more of the Fox FSO. That there is enough pie for everyone. There's enough cake for everyone. We need to be collaborative and mutually beneficial across everything. And GigaChad, big shout out to those guys. I don't see any of them in the call right now, but they have been dowing it right alongside us. Absolutely massive on that front as well. So Elk Finance and the ShapeShiftDAO, we are live. We have a marketing plan, and we are going to continue going down that. And then we want to continue that. We want to do another round of cross promotion with them. Reason why that's so great for us is, one, it gives us yet another place to work on the XDAI chain within and utilize our Fox, but also because they are what network themselves, a grant winner themselves. And so we want to continue to build those mutually beneficial relationships. So really excited to keep that going. ETH Barcelona, sneak peek into Toasty's new role. We are going to be recommitting to conferences. COVID is still around. We are not blind to the dangers of it, but we are very much starting to think about how do we continue to show our presence in these in-person places, because the MCon Denver party brought in fantastic contributors and leads, and NFT NYC got some fantastic contributors brought in, and we can only imagine that these things are going to continue compounding. I think something that took me personally a little while to wrap my head around, and I guess is a weakness that I've worked to correct, is that we are the DAO, and we are only as strong as all of our contributors, and that we are not there's no competing here. There's no mutual exclusivity. And so we need to, continue to move forward on being visible and being in these places, even when we can't sometimes run down a specific KPI of what we're looking to accomplish. More because if ShapeShift is just something that happens on the side and isn't in front of people's faces very much, what I don't think we're doing ourselves or our project any justice. And we're going to be doing tokamak continuation as long as core voting is live, and as after core voting is gone, a series that Arena is going to be helping us with the content with, totally throwing her under the bus because I just thought of this 30 minutes ago and we hadn't talked about it. But what that means for us, what does decentralized liquidity engines do for the ShapeShiftDAO, why it was important for us to win that core 2 reactor, and what that could mean for the future of Web3 DeFi. We want to continue doing that. And then the last thing, and I want to bring him up on stage if he's still here so I can get off my soapbox, is Marley. We're going to be supporting the Atom Validator, which many of you may have forgotten about, but is still live and going well. So, Marley, I sent you an invite. Why don't you come up on stage and let's hear about it.
Can you hear me? Yeah, sweet. I'm having technical difficulties today, but I think it's working, right?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, yeah, thanks. I've been thinking about this for a minute, how I'm going to coordinate and announce. I've tried to make sure everything's working first. But essentially, the ShapeShift validator is working. There's 1.5 million atoms on there, and that means it's making at 10% commission about 50 atoms a day at this point. So I'm targeting, I put this math somewhere, about 20, there's some amount of atoms. It's in the public chat, growth chat, I think. Let's see, what did I write? I'm so sorry. I should be more prepared. About $25,000 of UST I'm planning on trying to drop into the Gnosis safe at the end of the month. And that's just the first month of profits. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. I've been working really hard on this with my partner and others. And I just want to make sure that it's really cool. And I don't know if anyone's done anything like this, and I'm really bad at communicating this stuff. So I could use some help from the marketing folk here to make sure it's people that can understand what we're doing and how it works. I found a really cool bridge with Terra, actually, where we can go 100% DEX mode from Cosmos to Osmos to Terra chain to the ETH chain. So we can take profits and give them and send them to the DAO all without touching any centralized entities. So I'm super hyped.
That's
and
awesome.
I just we're about 2 weeks out, so I think that's hopefully enough time for y'all. I'm trying to be considerate of that. Questions?
No, absolutely. And sort of for the DAO at large to know is that alongside just announcing, first of all, how cool this is to go completely through Web3 DeFi, to utilize the systems that are out there to show that we can DAO it like this. It brings value back to the token holders, and to start getting that message out there that look, if you've got some Cosmos and you're not using the ShapeShift validator, and you're in this Discord, what are you doing? This is stuff where you're still making the yield that you would probably get anywhere else. What's the fee on that? 5%, 10%?
Mine's 10, the ShapeShift one's 10.
So
a lot of them are 5, some are higher, so it's all.
Yeah, you'd be, some have 5%, we're at 10%. And, this is directly bringing value back to the DAO, directly bringing value back to the Fox token. The staking through ShapeShift is helping yourself and getting you paid on your original asset, and all non-custodially. So, we want to continue pushing that message out there that there is more, that and it's sort of like a look into how I've been thinking about V2 and how I've been thinking about how to announce more of what ShapeShift is doing to the world. Of the beauty of what we're creating doesn't require you to put aside your self-interest. In fact, you being self-interested can still benefit the DAO and still work with us, because we're not asking you to trust us. We're not asking you to give up yield or give up anything to work with us, but by working with us, you are strengthening your position as a Fox token holder. And the more of those types of relationships that we can create, and the more of those types of opportunities that we can create, that's win-win-win. And I don't know how to do much better than that, honestly. I don't see a downside.
Yeah. So thank you. I don't see a downside either. I'm super hyped. And sneak peek, I think we're going to have osmosis hopefully by end of month as well, a shapeshift osmosis to line up with that osmosis launch that some of the engineers working on. So
Awesome.
um, more to come. So yeah, I just wanted to announce and get the conversation started. And I think we should schedule some like dedicated time with marketing about like, and I don't know if Lindsay's still around, but like, how should I communicate this? How should we communicate this? How are we dialing it? So
We have, I don't believe Lindsay's around, but we have Arena and we have a couple of great people that can help us out. And so, yeah, we're really excited for this. And especially with Osmosis, now I can stake 2 things with ShapeShift. I'm super jazzed. For those that may not know about it, do you mind throwing in both the stage chat and maybe the marketing public chat, just sort of like what the address is and the name is of the Cosmos Validator? So that everybody knows, like,
yes.
hey, if you haven't done that yet, maybe you should get on that.
Okay, cool. So that's double pasting. Okay. So first link is the validator, 1.5 million atoms. If you click on the address, here, I'll just post this. um, everything in the commission section here is 70% of it is the DAOs now. We're doing an income share. I'll post to the original boardroom post too, because those things kind of get lost in the noise. So that's the original boardroom post. But yeah, I check this thing 10 times a day. It's my full-time gig now, and I'm excited to be providing the value to the DAO.
No missed blocks. Look at you, man. This is stud stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like 0.8% of the entire Cosmos network is what we've kind of climbed to, and we're only live for 15 days, really. So
Wow. I mean, those are rookie numbers. So
oh yeah,
we gotta pump that up. So I'm really excited for this. We want to get that message out both here internally and externally. We think that this will be a great carrot for incoming integrations. We're focused very highly on utility within the Fox token and utility that the DAO is providing to the greater Web3 DeFi space. And I mean, this is just yet another reason to partner with ShapeShift, yet another reason to work with us. I mean, how do you get any better than this? This is huge. And osmosis soon? Love to see
well,
it.
thanks for letting me talk. I guess that's
Cool.
kind of all I have for right now, and I'm happy to answer questions when they come up and stuff. So
Yeah, pop them in the stage chat. Marley will check them out. All right. So here are the current goals. Come to the meeting later this week, early next week. We'll be talking all about it. I might actually just replace this meeting with that new meeting. That might be a better one. And we have current jobs and bounties. They're still available. So many of these, if not all of them, are on layer 3. YouTube impression mining, TikTok impression mining, POAP artists. We can never have too many, although we've got a couple of really good ones coming in. Rohek Benitez, Black Dog Davis, as well as obviously our stud Great Machine. So we've got plenty of help coming in, but never could have too many, or just artists in general. Still looking pretty hard for a crypto gaming advocate, someone who is really networked in there and wants to work and earn some bounties. Trying to get us in with those types of projects. So brief, again, I keep spoiling what I'm going to be talking about. It's just I'm so excited about it. I've been working on it for a while. Is this presentation? So one of the things that we have talked with Monstrosity about and utilized his experience for is that as we're trying to build more and more utility into the Fox token, both pre and post V2 and the messaging around that, is what comes in his experience and in experience of a lot of projects, what it comes down to as a blocker is dev muscle. Do we have enough bandwidth and do we have enough dev muscle to get the job done? The thing is that a lot of these play to earn crypto gaming companies, DAOs, and things like that, they have the dev muscle right built in. And so since we have, especially once V2 comes live, the ability to host a wallet, do a swap, and all of these things, as well as a partnership with one of the major brands that crypto has ever seen, the idea here is that we can continue to build utility into the Fox token in an emerging space without having to tax our internal dev team. And that is ideal for what we're trying to do. So of those 5, that fourth one is a really big want for the work stream. So if you know of Crypto Gaming Degen, and you want them to, and you think that they could help the DAO, we pay a 500 Fox Finders fee for anybody who brings in any talent. So, claim that. Let's get it done. And then we still need a marketing and growth specialist. We still are looking for one more glue person to help bring everything together. The window for this might end up closing pretty soon, though. So if anybody is interested or knows someone who's interested, now would be the time. As the subcommittees headed up by Ethan and Arena continue to gear up, we may end up finding the capability for this within the workstream subcommittees ourselves. However, we are trying to be as DAO facing and as open as we possibly can be. So this is still a need for us, and we are still looking for people who are willing to step into that role. It would be part-time to start, but as we take on more responsibility, and especially post V2 when people are integrating themselves, and things sort of exponentially hockey stick into more and more busyness, this will, I see, very easily becoming a full-time position. A great opportunity for someone who wants to get started in crypto to do that. Then review of the bounty process, same as ever. You attend this meeting, make your pitch, just like Marley just did, even though he had pitched it already to us and we were all like, yeah, this has to happen. Or you go to the Notion Job Bounty Board, follow the process, and then you meet with us. We agree to parameters, pay rate, and we go and DAO it. So this is the part of the meeting where we keep it a little open source. Sorry, I got a little more on my soapbox today. I've had a great day with tons of awesome stuff. If anybody in the audience has an idea or just a topic that they want to talk about on marketing and growth, now is the time. Raise your hand. We'll bring you on stage, and we'll go from there. I'll leave on lo-fi while we wait to see some hands, and I'll use that time to also read through the stage chat. All right. Oh, we got a Willie Fox. Boom. What's up, Willie?
Hey, I wanted to follow up on the Keep Key bounty with Layer 3 that had been discussed a while ago, putting up a bounty for people getting Keep Key integrated to dApps that don't yet have it. Wanted to follow up. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought we had done that. Hold on. Let me go on our Layer 3.
Oh, sweet. If it's already up, then midpoint. I was reminded because
I feel like an asshole.
Somebody was saying too, they're like, oh, I can't use my Keep Key on Ichi. And it reminded me of that too, just that I think that'd be a great bounty, and would love to see Keep Key get added to some more dApps.
No, I'm an asshole. I thought it was up. It's not. I have that on this back in the right here. Crap. All right, let me get that restarted. I'm sorry, man. That must have slipped through the cracks. That's on me. It's still a fantastic idea, and yeah, more Keep Keys on more dApps is more winning.
Yes, awesome. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, my bad.
No worries. Yeah, also, while I'm up here too, we're chatting in DMs right now with Danielle and Toasty around conferences and stuff. ETH Denver's coming up in February, and would love to press.
List.
Sweet, yeah.
Already I'm not sure on the list. I definitely think what's going to end up happening is we're going to replace this meeting next week with sort of like a state of growth. Make sure that people know about it. But yes, more to come on that point.
And yeah, Ichi had mentioned if we're open to it, they're interested in like partnering with us on a party or an event during ETH Denver week.
Let's do it. And we've got Ethan on the team, so I assume that network should happen pretty easily.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. let's do that work. Yeah, we want to be at ETH Barcelona. We want to be at ETH Denver. We don't want to like blow our budget completely on a bunch of things, but it's super clear that being at conferences is a force multiplier. And so we definitely want to have a presence at these things.
Totally. And yeah, something else to help ease marketing's budget a bit too. I think something that would make sense for these conferences, just have been kicking the idea around a little bit, but is also having either like a pool that multiple work streams contribute to, or just a proposal for a DAO budget, or for a conference budget that doesn't necessarily have to come out of the marketing work streams budget. Because yeah, definitely a lot of these things support marketing and growth, but there's also benefits for other work streams too. And just for the DAO in general, just to have community members at the conferences. So I really like the idea of potentially having just like a budget that doesn't necessarily come out of marketing and growth, but that's open for really like any community member to apply to get like some sort of scholarship to be able to go to the conference. So that, and then any community member could kind of make their own case and say, hey, here's the value that I think I could add by being there, and here's how much of a budget I'm requesting for my personal trip out there. I think it'd be cool. But we got time to find out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I love the idea of people being like, hey, I think I could bring this value and I want to claim some of this bounty to fund my trip out there. That's a really great idea.
Totally.
Let's keep working that.
Ron PTT had also made a good point too that helped inspire this, where he's like, I'd love to come out there for ETH Denver. I've got a friend whose couch I could probably sleep on. So like, some people might be able to do a trip for cheaper than others, basically. And then it's like a no-brainer. If they're only asking for a small amount, then it's like, oh yeah, let's for sure make sure we can get this person out there. So
right, exactly. Yeah, if you live in the same town, right? Like, what are we going to say? You can't show up? Like, it'll cost you $500. Like, come on.
Exactly. Cool. Well, I'm looking forward. I have to see a bunch of foxes out at ETH Denver. It's going to be lit. Thanks, Pete.
Yeah. All right, and it looks like Capitan 8 wants to chat. Come on up. Sent you an invite, buddy. If you're still there, you just accept the invite to speak and plop on up here. I'd feel really bad if you didn't get to chat and you had your hand up this whole time.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, no, it's my first time coming in Discord and speaking. So, yeah, can you hear me properly?
Sure can. Welcome. What do you got?
Awesome, thanks. So I've been just being like a fly on the wall and enjoying seeing how DAOs work. And so I really appreciate the space and sharing my artwork with the team, and just crunching ideas as to what kind of visuals would be useful for the next stages of growth. And there was one feature that excited me was hearing that MetaMask, you guys are going to be integrating with MetaMask. So I was wondering if that would be an interesting area of creating visuals for that feature when it launches.
Yeah, definitely. I'm kind of laughing on the inside because it's going to be a battle of foxes.
Yeah,
that's
well,
actually
it's
kind of
ShapeShift.
hilarious. Yeah, I mean, let's definitely pop on down into Marketing Public. Let's get you networked with Arena, who is going to be heading up sort of the content creation subcommittee, and let's make sure that we've got a vision on what we're trying to do, and we'll obviously get you compensated for it. If you have the ability and desire to also help us with POAP creation and sort of just ad hoc artwork, because I remember your pixelated fox, very reminiscent of Gray Machine, just like, hey, I made this awesome thing and everybody loved it kind of thing. We would be happy to have you sort of hunt bounties for us on that subcommittee as well. Just, there's always going to be work to do there. And, you can just engage as things engage your artistic mind.
Awesome. Yeah, that sounds great. And so I was thinking like the theme would be shapeshift and the different foxes kind of shifting.
Yeah. Actually,
Right.
I'd be interested to see it. Part of me is
Yeah,
just
no,
sort of
exactly,
like sickly curious to see it.
Yeah, I'm still learning 3D programming and design, so it's like it's going to be a nice challenge to constantly create new things. So yeah, all the best. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course,
Cheers.
of course.
Yeah, as a P, I want to make as a note, with Captain popping up here and stuff too, is like one of the cool things. This happened with Gray Machine as well. If you do anything creative and make something for us, even if it's just for fun, so you can kind of flex your skills a little bit. If we like it and we like a lot of the stuff people post, we usually throw it up on our social, and sometimes that gets grabbed by people like John or Eric, and the impressions are in the hundreds of thousands to get on your profile. So that kind of cross marketing of just making some fun creative usually like reminisces a lot with what Hunt and I are looking for, and we usually share a lot of that stuff. So if there's any other creative people out there, just feel free to just share some of your work, get excited about being part of the community, make something Fox related, and we can get some eyes on your profile as well as having some cool assets for us to use.
Thank you. Yeah. Jumping back into the chat, Tyler hopped in late, wondering if there was an update on the POAP backlog. There sure is. I completely effing forgot about it, and that's totally on me. I'm really sorry. Just reading that just made me like kind of lose my mind a bit. But you get sucked into other things, and oh my god, I feel like a butt. So let me connect with you on that and help me reorient in the right direction, and I'll make it a priority because obviously, poo-poo, my bad. All right, and then thank you for bumping. I know it's not directly marketing, but it relates enough. Love to hear it. Has anybody heard from Steve Brewer at all about the TDM proposal? Fantastic question. I have no idea. And I sadly haven't heard from Lorax dude either. I really hope we did not kind of anti-swag ourselves. But that's something I think we should be pursuing. Willie, if you're still here and you don't mind jumping on stage, are we aware of kind of where we're at with that?
Willie had to duck to another meeting. I'm not too sure, and I could reach out to Lorax, dude, since I've had DMs with him in the past. Definitely with you on that.
Yeah, it's like we were having
a weird situation to be in.
Yeah, like we had a vote. It went through. We had all this momentum. We put it on hold. Lorax dude was a super bro of just like, yeah, I'm willing to hear what the other side has to offer. The other side has to offer. Showed us a couple of pictures of some hoodies or whatever, and then fucked right off. And we haven't heard from them since.
So one thing we could look at too, by the way, is that relationship I built out with Meta Factory. We put that on hold for this, the Lorax one. So if you reach out, Hunt, don't maybe hear anything back or not moving quick enough, Meta Factory would love to have us as a partnership and do an NFT physical shirt collaboration thing that they manage all of the stuff. We already have the artwork. Jam already did it. So we can at least start that as a baseline to get some stuff out there.
All right, yeah, I think we'll try to push that over the finish line because, yeah, it's a great point, Ron, and I appreciate you bringing it back up. Ron's also, by the way, on the Marketing Growth Workstream. He's our multi-streamer. If you're watching us on Twitch right now, welcome, or Theta, or any of the other places that he's at. That's something that we sort of were super jazzed about, and has started to fall into the wayside. And let's make sure that we keep that on task, especially if we're going to be doing more conferences, and just as a treasury diversification opportunity, right? People are paying in ETH for these shirts with NFTs attached to them. If we go the Meta Factory route or something similar, and that goes directly into the treasury, and that is more leverage and more opportunity for the tokenomics workstream to bring more value to Fox. Huge. All right, stage chat. You misspelled sirs. Yeah, that's right. Well, all right, and looks like that's it. Last call. All right, everybody's drunk enough. Cool. Well, I'll give you some time back. Went a little longer this week, but had some great conversations. Talk to you all next week. Have a good one.